Violence, in its various forms, is often a manifestation of arrogance. Arrogance, characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance and superiority, can drive individuals or groups to impose their will on others through aggressive and harmful means. This essay explores how violence serves as an expression of arrogance, examining the underlying psychological and social dynamics that link the two. The psychological dynamics of arrogance and violence. 1. Sense of superiority. Arrogant individuals often believe they are superior to others, which can lead them to justify the use of violence to assert their dominance. This sense of superiority can manifest in physical aggression, verbal abuse, or other forms of coercion. 2. Entitlement. Arrogance can create a sense of entitlement, where individuals feel they have the right to control or dominate others. This entitlement can drive violent behavior as a means of enforcing their perceived rights and privileges. 3. Lack of empathy. Arrogant individuals may lack empathy for others, making it easier for them to engage in violent acts without considering the harm they cause. This lack of empathy can dehumanize victims, reducing them to mere obstacles in the arrogant person's path. 4. Insecurity and fragility. Paradoxically, arrogance can stem from deep-seated insecurities. When these insecurities are threatened, individuals may resort to violence as a way to protect their fragile egos and maintain their self-image. Social dynamics of arrogance and violence. 1. Power and control. Arrogance often involves a desire for power and control over others. Violence becomes a tool to exert this control, whether in personal relationships, social interactions, or larger societal contexts. 2. Cultural norms. In some cultures, violence is normalized as a way to assert dominance and resolve conflicts. Arrogant individuals may adopt these norms, using violence to reinforce their status and authority. 3. Group dynamics. Within groups, arrogance can lead to collective violence, where members feel justified in using aggression to defend their group's interests or beliefs. This can be seen in gang violence, political extremism, and other forms of group-based aggression. Examples of violence as arrogance. 1. Bullying. Bullies often exhibit arrogance, using violence and intimidation to assert their dominance over others. This behavior is driven by a belief in their own superiority and a desire to control their victims. 2. Domestic violence. Perpetrators of domestic violence often display arrogance, believing they have the right to control their partners through physical and emotional abuse. This sense of entitlement and superiority fuels their violent behavior. 3. Hate crimes. Hate crimes are often motivated by arrogance, where individuals or groups believe they are superior to others based on race, religion, sexual orientation, or other characteristics. This belief justifies their use of violence to oppress and intimidate marginalized communities. 4. Political violence. Political extremists may use violence to impose their ideologies on others, driven by a sense of moral superiority and a belief that their views are the only valid ones. This arrogance leads to acts of terrorism, assassination, and other forms of political violence. Conclusion. Violence, as an expression of arrogance, reveals the darker aspects of human behavior. It underscores the dangers of unchecked superiority, entitlement, and lack of empathy. By understanding the psychological and social dynamics that link arrogance and violence, we can work towards creating a more compassionate and just society, where differences are resolved through dialogue and mutual respect rather than aggression and coercion.